Hey guys, welcome back to Red Devil TV. Man United versus Chelsea, 7:45 p.m. kickoff tomorrow night. Guys, this is a big game for us to get Europa League football. Forget Champions League football, that ship I sailed a long time ago. Europa League football. And I know a lot of people, they are not wanting Man United to get Europa League football, let alone Champions League football, okay? A lot of people don't want us to get in any sort of European competition. A lot of our fans just want us to concentrate on the league and concentrate one season on rebuilding the team and getting the players we need, and I respect that. But we're Man United, we need to be in a competition where there's a chance to win something. And Europa League football, if we get the right players this summer for next season, listen, don't tell me we can't win the Europa League. Under Ollie, we almost won it. We got lost in the final, obviously, by penalties. But we can win the Europa League. And we're not going to get Champions League, unfortunately. We don't deserve Champions League. If there's anyone who deserves Champions League this season, it's probably Arsenal or Tottenham, most likely Arsenal. Guys, let's talk about this Chelsea game. Look, there's been a bunch of information about signings and transfer. So many. And look, the main ones that are coming out are defensive midfielders. Tchouaméni, Neves, Kalvin, Phillips, Declan Rice. Before we touch upon the game, I just want to say one thing. Man United, I fully expect to not make big signings this season. I don't expect it in the summer. I expect us to make the right signings at the right price. And I think this is why Ralph Rangnick is at Manchester United. To advise the board, to advise these people who are clearly not football people, to buy the players that we need that don't cost that much. Let's be completely honest. And we look at the likes of Neves, who probably is at 30-40 million max. We look at the likes of, look, Nunez, I keep seeing 85 million for him. Forget about it. Don't get Nunez for 85 million. It doesn't make any sense. I guarantee the budget for Ten Hag will be 150 to 200 million in the summer. And there's no point wasting almost half of that on one striker. We need a defensive midfielder, and Rice keeps being mentioned. We're not going to get Rice. There's no point making that signing. Kalvin Phillips. I like Kalvin Phillips. I think he's a good player, very energetic player, pressing player. And this is what Ten Hag is about. This is probably why he likes Kalvin Phillips. And look, would he make our midfield better? I think he would. In a single pivot, he would probably be arguably a better defensive midfielder than Declan Rice. I feel like Declan Rice is someone who, yes, he can play in the defensive midfield role, but I think he's more of an 8 who can play beside another 8, in my opinion. I think he's a better player when you play him with Kalvin Phillips, for example, where you have both players, as we've seen for England, complement each other very well. I think those are the type of players that they are. Kalvin Phillips next to Fred and McTominay, how does he compare to both of them? Look, I feel like McTominay and Fred are going to be these players who are still going to be vital to our team next season. I feel like, I looked at a clip the other day against Arsenal when Saka was taking the penalty, and Scott McTominay just decided to slap the ball off Saka's hand. And I know it's just such a small thing, but it shows the mentality of Scott McTominay. And even though I don't think he's the level we need at Man United, we need players that are the level we need, but also have that attitude in the team. Someone who's mentally strong, and McTominay has it in him. Look, doesn't mean that McTominay won't get better. If McTominay gets better, and I think he's way better in the box-to-box role than he is as a number 6, he's going to be a vital player next season. Same with Fred. These are two players who are probably have had a very up and down season this season, who a lot of people talk rubbish about, me included. I have talked rubbish about them this season, but it's not really rubbish, it's facts after dead performances we've seen from them this season. But they have the mentality that other players in our squad don't have, unfortunately, and that's it. So guys, in terms of defensive midfielders, look, I hope to see the signings we need. Ruben Neves, I like. He's not a defensive midfielder, so you're going to have to get 2 midfielders. Are we going to get 2 midfielders? I don't know about that. Kalvin Phillips, Neves, would they work together? Yes, I think you've got a good partnership there in midfield. I still think McTominay and Fred will be used next season. Probably not as first team players, but as coming off the bench. And that's it. So I think, look, I just wanted to talk about that because there's a lot of midfielders coming up. Now, Tchouaméni is not coming to Man United. He clearly wants to go to Madrid. And that's it. So, guys, let's see what happens there. In terms of this Chelsea game, look, Chelsea this season have only conceded 0.8 goals per game on average. So, and we conceded 1.6 on average. So we double what they've conceded. And they are second in the league for least goals conceded, Chelsea, away from home. So, guys, this is going to be a tough game. This is going to be a very tough game for us. We drew earlier on with them this season. I think it was Sancho who scored the goal. Ronaldo didn't start that game. He got dropped for that game. I think Ronaldo at this point is the only hope we have to win a game. I hope he's fit for this game. And not to say that other players can't really step up in this game. I feel like the likes of Sancho will step up. I want to see our defence solid. They were somewhat solid against Arsenal apart from the first goal. And I feel like Ronaldo at this point, and I know after that horrible thing that happened with him, with his one of his children dying, it's a very sad situation. And I feel like Ronaldo in the last 4 games of the season, this might light a fire under him. The reason he didn't take the penalty was probably he was not in the right space, in his mind. And I feel like in this game he might not. It's going to take him a very long time to get over this. But I hope to see Ronaldo step up in these situations where we're losing, or it wasn't enough for Arsenal. We did get an offside goal, but he's one of the hopes we have in this game, in my opinion, if we can try and get anything to get Europa League football. And look, in terms of the team, right? Telles has been talked about constantly. Look, in my opinion, I still think Telles is a good player. He lacks that defensive discipline. Positionally, everything just lacks defensively. He's a good tackler of the ball, good crosser of the ball, as we've seen this season. He takes good corners. He's got a shot on him. He's a good passer of the ball. He's got some decent pace. But he's just not what we need at left back. And personally, for me, I don't think there's that much between him and Luke Shaw. In my opinion, I think Luke Shaw is slightly better than him, but I don't think there's much between them. And look, in terms of the team, let's talk about the team. I'll play De Gea. Delo at right back. I think he had a good game against Arsenal. Delo's getting better and better this season. I've been saying it. I would like to see Varane and Bailly. I feel like Maguire will play though, so I think we'll see Varane and Maguire, but I would like to see Varane, Bailly. Left back, look, Wan-Bissaka play at left back. This is going to be interesting to see if Ralph Rangnick is worried about Telles getting spun at left back. I think he's going to play Wan-Bissaka at left back, and him and Delo will interchange from both fullback positions. And in the midfield, it'll be interesting. I would love to see McFred. We haven't seen him in a while, McFred, to both of them together. And I know we're against, a lot of people are against them playing together. But they're the best midfield partnership we do have. Is there a place for Matic to start in this game? Maybe. I would much rather see McTominay and Fred, and then maybe you play Bruno in the midfield. Bruno's been poor this season, in my opinion. Yes, he's got assists, he's got some goals, but I think even in those games he's been poor. But I would probably play McFred with Bruno, and I would probably play Ronaldo up top, Sancho on the left, and Elanga on the right. Look, people were talking about Hannibal when he came on. He had a bit of a nightmare with the goal. Obviously, Maguire put a terrible pass onto Hannibal for that goal he conceded earlier on this season. But is there a place for any young players to come in? I'm not sure. I'm at this space now where we've got a couple of games left, and it's like, it's whatever now. Players need to step up. These are senior players. We've got world-class players in this team, and we're playing against Chelsea, who are third in the league, who have been a bit of a shambles in the last 3 games, to be completely honest with you. They dropped some points, but they're very dangerous. Mount, Reece James. I mean, look at the players they have. Havertz, Werner, it's just Kante. Their midfield is going to be a nightmare for us, and you're going to have to play McFred together, in my opinion. And I just hope to see these players step up. I really think we can get a result out of this game. I said the same thing against Arsenal. We did play decently. I didn't think we were great, like some people were saying, but better than the last couple of games before Arsenal. And look, when Hannibal came on against Liverpool, he showed a bit of fight. That's what we need in this team, because I see too many players jogging back, not putting enough effort. And there was a clip the other day I saw with Telles and Sancho marking one player. I think it might have been an Arsenal player, and I don't remember who it was. They were trying to mark him, and they kind of just sit down to fix their shin pads or whatever. And the Arsenal player just walks away, and they're just there, both of them together, marking no one. The lack of concentration from our team is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And how can you be playing in the Premier League for Manchester United with that lack of concentration? It's just mad. Anyway, guys, in terms of this game, my prediction for this game is I think we're going to lose 2-1. I would love to see a draw at least, but I think we're going to lose 2-1. I want to be optimistic, but I think we'll lose 2-1. Let's see what happens. Guys. I'm excited for this season to end, to be honest. I'm excited for these transfers. Sebastian Haller constantly being mentioned as well. Ruben Neves, Declan Rice. Lamptey comes into here as well. Some rumours about Lamptey. Palhinha from Sporting. Darwin Núñez, obviously, for the striker position. Anthony as well. There's a bunch of players being talked about. But guys, let's see what happens. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the game. Are we going to get a result out of this game? I don't think so, but let's see what happens. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.